Hello, welcome back to the Book of the Month podcast. When I was a kid, I always had this secret passion to start a book club. We were forced to read so many books as a kid, but rarely got to talk about them. And I thought it would always be cool to get a group of friends together to talk about a good book. And that is the reason behind this podcast. I want to talk about these books with you. I want to discuss different point of views with you. I want to inspire you to pick up one of these books. I want you to tell me a book that I need to pick up. For the month of February, I read A Tribe Called Bliss by Lori Harder to remind myself to stay open to new experiences, opportunities, and people in 2019. In order to do that, I had to pick up some new packs. Last time, we stepped outside of our comfort zones by setting strong boundaries and doing our best to not take things personally. Today, we'll be finishing up the new packs by revealing our true selves and saying F it along the way. All throughout my adolescence, there was one sentence that only contained 2 words and had several hundred different meanings. Be real. Be real. But what does real even mean? What does being authentic mean? Being authentic means that you show up as 100% yourself. You show people your values, joys, and pure honesty. It means speaking up when you have the answer to a math question. It means being real by admitting you haven't watched a single episode of Game of Thrones. It means showing your true, authentic self by explaining your stance on politics. Being authentic means being able to show courage and confusion, even if it's at the same time. When you are truly in your values and joys, other people's opinions do not bother you. If you are being authentic, you are also giving others the space to be themselves as well. You do not judge others for having their own style, opinion, or idea because you embrace their unique perspective while standing firm in your own perspective. Being authentic is the only way to actually build a true relationship, friendship, or tribe. Because if you're not authentic, trust cannot be built. And if trust cannot be built, then how do you expect to communicate? The last pack that you must embrace is to have the ability to F yourself and F everyone in your life. Now, the F word that I'm speaking of is forgive. You have to have the ability to forgive and forgive often. Forgive yourself of setbacks. Forgive yourself for changing. Forgive yourself for staying. Forgive yourself for being so hard on yourself. We must be able to forgive ourselves because we are constantly changing. And since you're not the only human being on this planet, you are not the only soul changing. You have to be able to forgive others. Let go of grudges and failed relationships. I always say feelings are just notifications trying to tell us something. Those hurt feelings are 100% real and will continue to build up unless you look at them head on and forgive. You'll always hesitate on future decisions or relationships if you haven't forgiven others. Being a human being in this world is crazy because we are the only species that can create our own destinies, but many will choose to be sad. Many will choose to stay in a bad situation when we can change it. Many will hold grudges instead of letting go. Remember, Holding on to anger and grudges is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So you see, in order to be truly authentic, you have to be honest and you have to be able to forgive. Forgive people for changing. Forgive yourself for changing. Because we are constantly moving. And if you think about it, even if we are standing still, we are still moving because this earth is orbiting around the sun and orbiting around an axis. So we are constantly moving. Be able to move with the flow by forgiving others and being true to yourself. Catch you next time.